Peace, 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 brothers and sisters. This is Yasha Ben Israel, aka Terry Whitfield. I'm just sitting around here bored today, and I just thought that I would dissect this video about Saleh Shalom presents Is God and Satan one and the same? Only on Saneter show. Yeah, but I'm going to put something down only that you'll be able to find only on the Yasha Ben Israel YouTube channel. And it is a complete, thorough dissecting of this bullshit that both Saneter and Selah Shalom is trying to prove. You know, Saneter can't really beat up the Israelites by himself, so he is reaching for any measure and method, whether it's a good method, whether it's a bad method, whether it's cheating, whether it's fallacious, anything that he could use to make certain Israelites look bad, continue to make them look bad, because that's all he ever does is make certain Israelites look bad. And I can't even say this on there to make them look bad. What he does is amplify the ignorance and the stupidity that comes out of their mouths, and the intellectual ones, he holds them back for his own other reasons, whatever they may be, but for sure, Saneter is attacking the ignorant, the dumb, and the fallacious Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Anytime that you go on this man's show and say something ignorant, dumb, or stupid, he will attack it. And I try to tell my brother JJ and them, and they don't understand that obviously that they're talking dumb. They're talking stupid. It's not that this man have a real attack on real Israelites, because he has openly confessed that my branch of Israelites, he loves those people. No one has ever made that brother feel like the Israelites in Chicago, and the Israelites in Dimona, Israel, and the Israelites from Detroit. And I'm talking about the Israelites that are all a part of the KOY, the Kingdom of Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? But that being stated, let me get off into this video. Let's go.
All right, here we go once again. We got Selah Shalom in the building. And family, man, I'm going to let y'all know right now, it's about to be on. There's so much fluff talk about the Owaspi Bible, but nobody wants to step up. Everybody keep making excuses. Oh, it's written by a white man.
Now, here go the bullshit. He said, everybody keep making excuses. And then he's talking about the excuses that these brothers are making. You know what I'm saying? But he's making an excuse because he got the baddest Israelite, he says, in the game with his chain. And we keep wondering why he keep making excuses for his bad Israelite to go ahead and chop these boys down. Why he doing this? Well, we're going to see why he's holding the baddest Israelite from holding him down. From holding it down. Okay, let's go ahead off into this.
And it's written by this. It got this in it. Well, what the hell you think the Bible? What you think we saying about the Bible? We ain't saying nothing different than y'all saying about the Waspi. We telling you the same shit about the Bible.
But the things that you're telling him about the Bible and making it the same shit as the Waspi is just not true, Saneter. You're saying that my people are saying that the white men that are Masons created from scratch the Owaspi. That's what we're saying, with no connection to no Israelite thought whatsoever, not even a translation, not even a transliteration, not even a solid interpolation, brother. What we're saying is Owaspi is complete a product of the white man's thought. And if you're saying that same thing about the Bible, then you're telling a lie.
So what's the excuse? Now,
and I'm talking about the King James Bible, a book that I don't even subscribe to, brother. I mean, you got to keep it real, Si. You on that bullshit.
you sound like us making excuses now. Okay, so it's all good. Without any further ado, let me introduce to you my brother, your brother, Selah Shalom in the building. Peace, brother. What's happening, man? Peace to the God Saneter. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's.
Now, the brother starts off saying that Saneter is the God. So Saneter is now the God of the OSB, because Saneter is the first God that he praised and gave praise and thanks to. All right? Pay attention to this now. Now, this God, the first God that he praised and worshiped and gave thanks to, understand that the Hebrew word for worship is abid, which means to toil after and work for. Look at all of the toiling after Saneter that this man is going to do. The worshiping of Saneter, the abudah, the abid. You know what I'm saying? The abad, his worshiping of Saneter. Watch.
Let's get this build in, man. I mean, I see you hit me off with a topic. You said God and Satan one and the same. I said, oh shit, this is down my lane. You now talking about language, brother. that's the reason I actually put it together, because throughout.
Didn't I tell you? He said, Saneter said, now you talking my talk, now you in my lane. And his brother say, that's actually why I put it together. He is toiling after Saneter. He is serving Saneter. He is serving Saneter's agenda. He is serving Saneter's purpose. Saneter said that he is both God and the devil. So this man, like I said, is worshiping, toiling after, serving Saneter as God. And he's also worshiping, toiling after, working for, and serving Saneter as Shaitan. Peep this. This is what come out of both these guys' mouth.
For months and years, I've been hearing you bring that up. And I'm like, you know what? That's a controversial topic, and it's a good topic to address. And
see that? He came there for controversy. He did not come there for righteousness. He didn't come there to edify the people. He didn't come there for black empowerment. You understand? He came there to empower Saneter's agenda and Owaspi, both which at sometimes when Saneter can become the devil, works against black people, okay? And this agenda here is not a black agenda. You can bet, it's an adversarial agenda. You can bank on that.
And I was like, let me put together a little presentation to show and prove on that topic. Add on. Okay, so brother, first let me ask you a couple of questions. First, talk to me about your foundation. Like, was you ever a Hebrew Israelite, and are you still a Hebrew? All right, good question. All right, well, my journey of school of thought has always been progressive. You know what I mean? I started out with ancient Kemet.
What? You see? Now he's appealing to Saneter. No, Saneter, no, I didn't start out as an Israelite. I started out as an ancient Kemet. He's appealing to Saneter right now. He carefully constructing his arguments, and he's carefully executing his argument. Okay, and what he is doing right now is he's appealing to Saneter. But what he don't understand, which was stupid, he said that he went from the Kemetic school of thought to an Israelite school of thought, and then to Owaspi. Now, if Saneter was a logical man like he tried to act like he is, you understand, he would see this man going from Kemet and then falling from grace to an Israelite and further falling from grace to an Owaspi. You see what I'm saying? But he's not that type of guy. He has an agenda, and truthfully, that's how Saneter sees it. But he would play to the world and the OASP and all of these people as though he's friends with him. And that's snakish behavior in his seductive behavior.
In the early 90s, you know what I'm saying? I started out with the fascination with the pyramids and all that. But like around late 90s, 2000, I came into the Israelite doctrine. So I was repping it, but I wasn't part of no camps. I wasn't going to join no camps or nothing like that because, you know, when you're conscious and you use logic, common sense and logic, you know, it's hard to put somebody in a box who use their brain. So, you know, of course, with all information, with all books, there's parts you agree with and there's parts you don't agree with. You know what I mean? So at this point, I don't make no claims. I just say I serve the Creator and do righteous works as a servant or in service to Creator. So I don't really represent no particular camps and no particular
You could say that you serve the Creator, but to say and to do in English is two different things. To say and to do in Hebrew is actually the same thing. But to say and to do in Hebrew is two completely different things. You know, I mean, in English, it's two completely different things. And you're saying one thing and you're doing another. In Hebrew, to say one thing is to do a thing. You know, you can't say one thing and do something different. Then that creates kazab, or falling short, a lie. You know what I'm saying? You know, so this guy is full of it.
I won't say doctrine, but nah, I'm not really rocking with the Israelites like that. Although I got the name Shalom, but I'm not the type of dude to drop my colors every time I come into a new doctrine. So I just rep the name.
Now, he says that he don't represent the Israelites like that. You understand what I'm saying? But he made it his duty that he studied the Israelite school of thought and philosophy. You understand what I'm saying? He made it his duty, and he what he is not telling you is that many Israelites, especially throughout the Chicago and the Midwest region of the United States, are his main corporates. They are the ones who is fueling his camp. And he's not with the Israelites because he is trying to do his own thing, and he's using adversarial sources to do it.
But I'm more universal when it comes to the approach of information and dealing with Creator and creation. All right, beautiful, brother. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and start your show, and I'm gonna fall back and just, if I have any question, I'll raise my finger up so you can acknowledge me. I don't want to break your concentration. No. If you need to interject, do what you do, because this ain't nothing for me. This is what I do. So if you have a question or you hear something you want to interject and stop or make a statement,
What man appreciates somebody interrupting their flow, their presentation? You know, this man is over there just to kiss up to Saneter and to be Saneter's bitch and to be Saneter's adversary and to hold himself and black people in front of the world for Masonic white man's teachings. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's doing.
I have no problem with that. All right, my brother, you got the floor. All right, let me share my screen. Yeah. All right. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. You know me, I don't like to beat around the bush or gossip. I like to get straight to the chase. So yeah, the topic of this is called, Is God and Satan one and the same? And like I said, the reason I put this together is because I always hear Saneter talk about God and Satan one and the same. So I just wanted to show some relevance coming from the OASP Bible and cross-referencing precepts from the Bible itself, just to show the cross comparison. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. So now, is God and Satan one and the same? So we're going to start off with a verse from the Creator. In the OASP Bible, let me correct that.
All right. Now, he want to ask the question, is God and Satan the same? Now, for any intellectual man to answer that question, he should understand that the word God and Satan both are very, very, very ambiguous words. Okay, and what they and their word and their words they're amphibious. They're amphibolous. You know, meaning that they're amphiboles, which means that you can say them one way and they can be taken another way. Like last night, I shot a man wearing my pajamas. You know what I'm saying? You know, did you shoot a man while you was wearing your pajamas, or did you shoot the man that was wearing your pajamas? Last night, I shot a man wearing my pajamas. You know what I'm saying? Did you shoot him while you was wearing your pajamas, or did you shoot him while he was wearing your pajamas? You see, it's a lot of amphibolous talk and a lot of ambiguity to it. Ambiguity to it. It's very ambiguous. I have always had a hard time pronouncing that word. The words God and Satan. Now I'm going to break this down for you, okay? Because this is more important than this bullshit that these Saneter and this guy Saleh Shalom is trying to do. Okay? The word God itself go back to Odin, and it's pagan and it's Germanic. And it's a pagan interpolation by way of the King James Bible, and Saneter knows this, for Yahweh and Adonai and Elohim. And Elohim, Yahweh, and Adonai in Hebrew do not mean nothing close to the Odin, Goten, Goda, Got, Gatham word that comes from Germany and not Africa or Asia.
Put that P there. Boom. All right.
So, and the word shaitan simply means adversary, okay? The word Elohim, okay? And the word Yahweh deals with existence, and Elohim deals with power. The word shaitan, okay? It means adversary. And we must understand that these words in Hebrew thought are adjectives and not necessarily nouns. The word shaitan is a word Satan, meaning adversary. It is a word describing a being, a person, a human. It's not a word defining a human or defining an entity. It is a word describing. It is an adjective, a word that describes something. And it's describing a human, a man. And it's saying that basically any man that is adverse is shaitan. Okay? The Hebrew school of thought is a very mundane, down-to-earth reality that the Europeans have interloped their paganisms and their heathenisms into it. Let's get it started.
From the Owaski Bible, this is in the Book of Wars against Yahuwah, against Jehovah. Chapter 53, verse 1, it states, Jehovah said, I created man blank as to good and evil, and gave him liberty, and I give liberty also to the spirits of the dead. But these spirits set themselves up as gods, and to glorify themselves use mortals, human beings, in their own way. For they found that mortals could be turned to good or evil, to war or...
All right, now he's reading that. He's reading that in the cadence how Israelites read the Bible. And if you didn't know no better, as he was reading that, you would think that this man was reading from the Bible or the Word of God. The problem here is that the sources that he's bringing, it did not come from Israel. They did not come from Hebrews. They did not come from Yahweh. This is some shit that Europeans made up. You got to understand this. Saneter talking about can't nobody attack the information. That's bullshit.
Peace.
The attack on the information that the Israelites is supposed to be doing is that when this guy sat up there and said, Jehovah said, I created man blank, he need to say, show us where Jehovah, which is a 3,000, 4,000 year old deity, show us back then where he said that he create man blank. Show us where because he didn't create this shit that you got right there. Show us where he created this outside of your book. Show us the reality where he created man blank inside of our books, because Yahweh recorded his actions and his doings in Hebrew writings. He didn't inspire the Chinese, the white man, the European, or any other to record his works, his actions, and his doings. He said right here in the book of Amos, as we can see right here in Amos, chapter 3 and verse 7, it says, surely the Lord God, the sovereign Lord, doeth nothing without revealing his plans to his servants, the prophets. The problem is that the guy the dentist, the quack who wrote this book is not a prophet. He is not a prophet of God. He is not a prophet of Israel. Most importantly, he is not a prophet of God. Therefore, the Most High did not reveal his secrets to this man. And what he has to do is to prove that the Most High revealed his secrets to his man and show us in the Bible where God made man blank. I say he needs to go to the Bible because the Bible was written by the prophets of God. God didn't reveal nothing to no one but his prophets. He didn't reveal it to that white man who running this OSB bullshit. You see?
DU. The Lord said to me, what they say is good. I will raise up for them a prophet like you from among their brothers. I will put my words in his mouth, and he will tell them everything I command him. If anyone does not listen to my words that the prophet speaks in my name, I myself will call him to account.
He said that I will raise, the Lord said to me, he said this to Moses, that I will raise up a prophet like you from amongst your brethren. He said that I will raise up for them, for the Israelites, a prophet like Moses from amongst the brothers of the Israelites. So that book that this man quoting from, where he said that Jehovah said that he made God blank, Jehovah did not say that. And he has to prove that Jehovah said that. And that fucking OSB Bible is not proof that Jehovah said that. So let's get back to the bullshit.
To virtue or lust, according to the inspiration of the angels watching over them. So here the Creator is letting you know, man and angels, man and God, are capable of expressing good and evil.
God ain't letting us know that. God didn't write that. You have to prove that God said that and that God wrote that, or that is a lie, brother. You can't just come up with some writings. Dude, if I write some shit right now, okay, I'm finna write something on a piece of paper and say God said that you a lie. What difference is that picking up random writings, saying shit makes it true and valid, bro? Between me and this white man. And I'm an Israelite. One from amongst the prophets of the brothers. Brothers, stop that goofy shit. Let's go.
So now you have a choice. So now the next question is God an angel? I clarified this before. We're going to clarify it again, though, just for the record. Book of Divinity, chapter 1, verse 1 through 14, it states,
the book of bullshit. It says that Jehovah said, he who is chief of a government on earth shall be called king. Where did Jehovah say this, brother? Where did this white man get these sayings from? He gave it to him and he implanted this shit inside that white man's head? That's a lie, brother.
4 states, Jehovah said, he who
Jehovah
is chief
didn't
of a
say
government
that,
on
bro.
earth shall be called king, but he who is chief of my heavenly government shall be called God. So we're clearing up that first God is a chief of a heavenly government, not to be confused with Jehovah the Creator. Now, Book of Discipline, chapter 7.
So now Jehovah and Jehovah should not be confused as the same. They playing word salad. They playing word salad with you Negroes. Let's go.
17 verse 1 and 17 states, as the kingdom on earth has a king, and the king is nevertheless immortal. So in like manner is the heavenly place of your God a kingdom of angels, and the chief over them is God an angel also. So we're establishing the fact that God is an angel, not to be confused with the creator.
You're not establishing the fact that God is an angel. When you're reading from non-credible works, what you're establishing is conjecture, insufficient evidence that God is an angel, brother.
We want to clear that up right off the bat. Now, here's a precept in Exodus chapter 31, verse 18, where it states, and he, being God, gave unto Moses, when he had made an end of communion with him upon Mount Sinai, 2 tablets of testimony, 2 tablets of stone, written with the finger of God. So here we have the finger of God writing on 2 tablets in Mount Sinai, given to Moses. Now, just to be clear, I don't like to leave no stones unturned.
Don't.
So here we have God, click it, and of course God, like I've been saying,
start with the first stone.
Is associated with angels. And then here you have,
see, when he said he liked to leave no stone unturned, but you got to start with the first stone. Okay? You have is insufficient evidence that what he said comes from Yahweh or is the word of Yahweh. Okay? It is very well accepted around the world objectively that Yahweh belongs to the Israelites, okay? And Yahweh has come to the Israelites according to their literature. You have to prove that Yahweh has ever came to a European Anglo-Saxon white Mason, brother. And that's something that you're going to fail miserably at doing, bro.
have it again, God right here associated with angels. So I always like to drive the point home that God is associated with angels. Allah is associated.
But you can't drive it home with defective, insufficient evidence, brother. You need real evidence. In order to drive home that God is an angel, you must have sufficient evidence. And I'm telling you that the OSB Bible is not it.
With deity, and I already showed you what a deity is. But just for those who don't know, because there's always new people learning.
No, you didn't. You did not show us what a deity is. That's a lie. You never did nowhere. You thought you did, but you really didn't. In fact, this is the first time that you mentioned deity throughout your whole fucking presentation, bro.
That's a deity. A deity is a goddamn man, or however you want to put it. And it's associated with God, and it's associated with goddess.
But the definition never did say it was a man. You see what I'm saying? The definition never said it was a man or it was associated with manhood, brother. Stop the bullshit.
Get down to Allah. Well, we get down to L, and L, of course, is associated with idols. So I always say that God is associated.
You say L is associated with idols. And that's just like saying that masonry is associated with Satan. But yet and still you want to sit up here, even though masons and Shriners have done good in the world, it's the same thing.
With idols, deities, and angels. And in this instant, we've proven that God is an angel. Now, let's prove it according to the scriptures.
But you have not proven God was an angel. Not one time, brother. And you have not proven that the deities were men. You ain't proved none of this shit yet. You just talking.
Now, Exodus 31:18 already shows that Moses met God on Mount Sinai, was given 2 tablets with the finger of God, as it states here. Now, there's a precept to that. Acts 7, chapter 7, verse 38, it states, this is that was in the church.
Hold up. He said there's a precept to that. The word precept means law. He got to show us a law to that, okay? If he ain't showing us a law to that, then he's not showing us a precept. Do I have to look up the definition of the word fucking precept? The precept is a general law governing behavior. Let me show y'all, because y'all think I'm fucking stupid.
Here's the definition of precept. A general rule intended to regulate behavior or thought.
Man, stop it, bro.